Hello, I am December Laura. My name is Laura Hilliger. I'm December is not my month. So I'm going to say some stuff. I'm not going to talk that long, really, because other people have said everything I wanted to say. Mina said things I wanted to say. Candy said things I wanted to say. Julie said things I wanted to say. Other Julie said things I wanted to say. Kelly said things I wanted to say. And I just don't feel like I need to repeat it all. So my main point, I'm the rebel next door. What I do for a living is not understand, oh, it's the down button. I'm part of We Are Open Co-op. We're a cooperative. These are some of the folks I work with. These are bits of recognition that we gave each other. So this is what my colleagues said about me. I don't necessarily agree. That's fine. But I just said I'm the rebel next door. I have been working with nonprofits in this intersection between community, technology, learning, and nonprofits my entire career. I have done activist training on the Arctic Sunrise with Greenpeace International. I worked for Mozilla for I don't know how long, probably too long. And what I do is I help people understand what the true meaning of education is, which is stuff that other people already said. It is about belonging. It is about happiness, motivation, all of these things. So I wanted to tell you a story today about the other way. Anna. This is Anna. And I wanted to tell you a story, but I'm going to go really quickly because actually we wanted to get you guys to do some work on the Sustainable Development Goals. So Anna went and studied abroad at the University of Lapland for 6 months during a global pandemic. It was an exchange program. She was scared shitless. In case you didn't notice, Anna Hilliger is my niece. I've known her since she was 7 years old. And she was really scared to go. It was a pandemic, and she was going to Rovaniemi, Finland, which is where Santa Claus is from. It is far away, and it is cold there. And she was going during a global pandemic. And when she went there, she overcame so much. And this is the only proof that she got. One line on her LinkedIn profile. She was there in the dark for 6 months. She legit met Santa Claus, rode mountain bikes. She also went to university, apparently. That's not what I heard about, but I heard about snow and ice and licorice ice cream like all the time and like cheese in your coffee. I mean, is Eric still here? I'm not making fun of your culture. I think it's fascinating. There is a stage. And the thing is like LinkedIn is not a good way to talk about what we have experienced in life. We know this, so I don't have to dwell on it. And we know that our experiences have value. Like Anna's putting cheese in her coffee, that'll stick with me for a while because she described it quite vividly. But also the things that the other experiences she had, the educational experiences she had, and the way that I don't know if you were in the panel the other day, she talked about a badge she created for herself, jumping over her shadow. Her going to Finland in the middle of a pandemic, that was a big jump, a huge jump. And I want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about credentialing. I don't care. I want to talk about the warm, fuzzy recognition piece, because that's the thing that I've been hearing from others, that this is the thing that matters, right? It doesn't matter what your credentials say. What matters is if you feel like you're seen in the world, like you're recognized. Because the thing is that when it comes to global problems, it's happy people. It is people who feel content and they feel like they belong. They are the ones that make a difference because they stand up and they keep standing up and they keep creating change. So this is the definition of open recognition that the community came up with. I think we've been workshopping it for like 6 months. So if you have improvements, hey, it's open source, stuff changes, iteration. But the idea is that we recognize all of the things, not just some of the things. Recognition goes around credentialing. I think you guys know that. It's a nice image. It's just the thing you get. Recognition is the whole process. I was supposed to explain it, but I want to get to work. So yeah, that small line in the LinkedIn. Oh, by the way, all of these images are CC by ND, Brian Mathers. They're on Badge Wiki. But the point I wanted to get to is that Anna studied a lot of things, right? She studied things through her bachelor program, but she also learned a bunch of stuff that is not recognized in any way other than how she recognizes it with herself. And the thing about these things is that she, recognizing herself, telling her story, this is, she's just one person. I'm talking about all the people that we as educators help do this, helps her learn who she is. It helps her feel like she belongs. It helps her find what it is that she is passionate about. And when she knows what she's passionate about, that's what leads to activism. So this funnel over there on the left, this is called an activist funnel. I stole it from some folks at Greenpeace. I put it into We Are Open Colors. I said, thank you. They said, don't worry about it, Laura, you're crazy, go on. This is how we get to action. So if you don't know what's going on, if you're not aware, then you're never gonna get down the funnel, right? And you have these experiences where you become engaged with a topic, you build a relationship with a topic, you get even more engaged with a topic, and when you get so engaged that you're pissed off, then you get to action. And we can help people do this. We can help them go further and further to action. And in Anna's case, the thing that we found, or that I found when I listened to Anna's stories and encouraged her to create her own badges, is that Anna is already working on the Sustainable Development Goals. She's highly interested in gender equality and should have been speaking about it today, but was sadly, she's sick. She was going to talk about feminist pedagogy, and it's a shame that she didn't. We're going to ask her to record it. She's already working in education. She studied media education. She's helping kids with internet use and psychological well-being, like all of this stuff that she learned through her program, but not just there, but how she recognized herself, are addressing the SDGs. So if we as educators can take people's interests and show them how they relate to these key problems, we're probably going to do something with SDGs. And as a person who works deeply with nonprofits, I want to say that it's not just the learner who benefits, because nonprofits are also driven by values and principles. The people who are out there on the ground doing this, like I know a lot of them, they're people who are passionate, they're motivated, and the people who are driven by like not helping the world values tend to not show up in these places, in activist spaces. I said I wasn't going to talk a long time, and then I did. So if we're going to do all this, we have to remember what Candy said, which was, we are a constellation of pathways. Is this the last slide? I don't even know. Oh, right. That's the last slide. So what we are going to do now is we are actually going to get you all to focus on the SDGs and to talk about your own experiences and to have a conversation about making the world a better place and how you're going to recognize the behaviors that you want to see in the world. So if you just give us 1 second, there's a QR code for you.
And then the next slide, it's all the same.
Oh, it's all on the same slide. Super. Look at that. So, QR code. I don't even know what this, I made this QR code, but I can't remember what it goes to. I think it goes to badges.community. Yeah. You guys just like the QR code because it's pretty, right? Yeah. Right, okay, so we want you to develop some badges because we don't actually have tons of badges for the SDGs. And we were like, well, let's get the people who work on recognition stuff to just do all the work for us. And so what we wanted to do is actually ask you to think about which of the SDGs you want to work on and find other people who want to work on it. There's 17 of them. We have here science, So if you're like, I definitely want to work on the no poverty SDG, you have to run up here, get the sign, and then find other people that want to work on it. It's kind of a tight room, so running is probably not a good idea.